Welcome to the Digital Maddy Show with your host and host, Miithyl. This show is exclusively made for solopreneurs, artists, and coaches who want to build their digital empire. With 15 plus years of business experience, I cover topics on personal branding, content creation, and digital marketing on this show and invite many guests who share the same passion like mine. Today, we have a brilliant guest on our show. He's already into the studio. Let's welcome him.
You are listening to the Digital Maddy Show with Digital Miithyl.
So we have in our studio none other than Sudhindra Haribhat, and he is also one of my very good friend. So he is India's first performance and leadership coach for mid-level corporate employees. He has trained over 1100 such employees to develop their skills for career growth. He has worked in US, UK, Germany, South Africa, and various cities in India. Let me tell you one more thing. He is also a marathon runner and a co-founder of India's largest running community called as the Pune Running. His wife Reena works as a veterinarian clinic in Banner, and his daughter Sakshi is studying psychology in Bangalore. So welcome Sudhi to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Miithyl. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to be on your program. Thank you so much.
Awesome. So Sudhi, can you share your backstory with all of us?
Once again, thank you, Miithyl, for having me over, and for the viewers and listeners as well. Thank you so much. A quick introduction. I am from a small town called as Miras, and this is in the southern part of Maharashtra. I did my engineering in the mid-90s, and like folks of that era, I was also lured into the IT world. So I got into IT. I worked there for a good 22 years. And then I thought that I need to do something else. So early part of 2019, I quit my job and then I became a full-time coach. And that's where I've been since the last 3 years. And professionally speaking, this has been the best phase of my life.
Awesome. So glad to have you here, Sudhi. So let me ask you a couple of questions, Sudhi. So what made you quit IT as a profession and choose the leadership coaching instead?
Okay. So I was in IT. I grew from the bottom to the upper layers, and it was a steady journey. I was very happy. I was making good money. I was getting great opportunities and all that. But there comes a time, when you feel that you need to make a bigger impact in the world. And for me, that was always that sense of hollowness which I had. That I want to do something else in life, and this is where I'm stuck in. The decision was very difficult simply because I was doing well in IT. And as they always say, the biggest enemy of great is good. So if you're having a good life, then you're very unlikely to have a great life. There has to be a setback. My problem was I was not having setbacks. So I had this fear of failure, and I was just not willing to quit. But finally, I changed my perspective and I looked at fear of regret. What it means is, if at the age of 60, I turn back and think that in my mid 40s, I could have quit IT and did what I love to do, then that would be the worst thing. So that's how I decided that I'm going to quit my IT job and get into leadership coaching. Besides, I did a lot of self-analysis, sought help from career coach as well. Sham Kalle is his name. And we came to the conclusion that I'm just cut out for being a coach. So it was a very easy decision as far as coaching is concerned, but very difficult for me to let go whatever I was doing in IT. And I'm glad I did that.
Awesome. So Sudhi, if you see you are also stuck somewhere mentally. So probably now being a coach and you're also guiding and mentoring a lot of people. So what are the common problems that you find people getting stuck with?
Yeah. So the first problem that most people get stuck with is suffering in silence. So they have problems and then they don't speak. They just internalize and then they do nothing about it but keep suffering. Everything is affected, their work performance, their health, their relationships, everything gets affected, but they don't speak out at all. they do try to find solutions here and there, but in a very limited manner. So that is the first problem. The second problem is that they try to do a lot on their own. Now, this is like self-medication. So they try a few things here and there, doesn't work, they try something else, and then something else. So that is the second problem. And the third problem is people don't trust one single person, one single mentor, one single system. So they keep hopping between different solutions. And we all realize that any change, any new system that you want to bring into your personality or your life is going to take time. And then they don't when they don't see immediate results, then they keep hopping between solutions, leaving them more confused, more dissatisfied and disillusioned. So I think that is the common theme that I find in working professionals today.
Wow, that's actually the foundation of it. Suffering in silence. It's very painful.
Absolutely, yes.
So, Sudhir, as I can see that you have actually have a glow on your face and you are radiating with it. So, what is the most satisfying aspect of your work?
Yeah, very good question, Miithyl. Because after all, this is the reason why I quit my job, which is that there is a lot of satisfaction that it gives me in serving people. So I have over 500 students. I call them students, I don't call them clients. So I have over 500 students. They are corporate professionals at different levels in different parts of the country. And the most satisfying thing for me is when they come back and say to me that your intervention helped. So, just to give you some examples. So there was this one person who said to me that he was all along an average professional, and he was convinced that he deserved to be in the mid range. And then he joined, and then his mindset changed, and he called me and said that he had got Performer of the Quarter award.
Wow,
that to me was immense. Then another, I remember. So these are some very memorable stories. Okay, if I may share with you. So there was a call that I got one day. It was from a lady, and she introduced herself as the spouse of one of my students, and she took my number from him and she called directly to inform that she's very happy that he joined my community because he is doing very well professionally, which is now reflecting on his family life as well. So there is a lot of happiness in the family itself. So she just wanted to thank me about it. And so these are the kind of stories which give me immense satisfaction. And this is what I would miss in my job in IT, where I would be paid a lot. You can imagine IT professional, senior level, the kind of money that I must have been making. But that is nothing compared to the kind of difference that I can make in people's lives as a coach.
So Sudhi, these are the testimonials that actually motivates coaches like you and me to give more and more to a lot of people. And grateful to the Almighty and the mentor who helped us to try to create such kind of an impact in many people's life. So with that, let me come to a very interesting question, Sudhi. So who do you owe your success to?
Okay. Very important question, because I would like to express my gratitude to a few people. First is Siddharth Rajsekar, who is the common link for us. He is our digital coach. He has taught us how to become digital coaches, digital teachers. So that it has been the best decision I made. Then I would like to acknowledge Shyam Kalle. I mentioned about him a little while ago. He's my career coach, and he got me into coaching. And then two people from my family, my wife and my daughter. So my wife, Reena, when I changed professions, she was very encouraging of it. I know a lot of people who are not able to take such radical decisions simply because they don't have support at home. But as far as Reena is concerned, she's always been very supportive. She gives me good insights in my business. And then there's my daughter, Sakshi. So she's studying psychology in Bangalore. She's 19-year-old, but she is very much mature for her age. In fact, she used to assist me in my business editing videos, giving inputs, helping me build content. So when I started off, she was the one who held me through. So these are the people who have played a big part in my growth and success so far. So I owe it to them.
So deep gratitude to all these people who were able to shape, a better roadmap for you, so that you can create better roadmap for many others.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome, Sudhi. So Sudhi, we come to the end of the phase 1 of the interview, and we begin with the phase 2. And phase 2 is all about rapid fire round, where I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and I won't give you time to think. So what is the first thing that comes in your mind you need to say? So are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Awesome. So let's go with the very first question, Sudhi. So what is the one thing that you would like to put in your bucket list for 2022?
A trip to Europe with the family.
Oh, superb. Okay, let's come to the second one. Who is your favorite superhero and why?
Favorite superhero is Spider-Man because of his integrity, and
Tingling feeling.
And he was the first superhero that I was exposed to in my childhood.
Wow, super cool, super cool. All right. Third question is, if a movie was supposed to make on your life, what genre it would be and who would play your role?
Genre, it has to be comedy, because maybe this interview doesn't reflect it, but I believe, and most people tell me, that I'm very funny. So it has to be comedy. And who do you think would play? Is that the question?
Yes.
Yeah.
Which actor?
I'm 5 feet 3 inches, so it has to be someone short and someone who I respect immensely. It can't be Amitabh Bachchan because he's my all-time favorite. It has to be Amir Khan.
Amir Khan. Lovely, lovely. So he will go in the perfection, huh? Awesome. So, Sudhi, since we are talking of movies, so which is your favorite movie quote?
My favorite movie quote. This is.
I know usually there are many since we are surrounded, but it's okay. You can bring Hollywood, Bollywood, Tollywood, Marathi, anything.
Yes. This is from the movie Invictus. It is based on Nelson Mandela.
Yes.
And the quote goes something like this. I don't remember the exact words. That I'm in charge of my destiny, and I'm the captain of my own ship. Something like that. So what it means is that there is no one else I'm going to be blaming for whatever happens in my life. I'm responsible for everything. I'm in charge.
Super cool. Super cool.
Morgan Freeman has played, Nelson Mandela's character perfectly well. So, so that's my favorite quote.
Awesome. Okay, we come to the last question now. So, who is your favorite cartoon character and why?
Cartoon character, Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah, because he always gets the better of Tom, and he is funny, no doubt. He wins. He's very naughty and extremely adorable.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Sudhi. And we have seen the other side of Sudhi today with this rapid fire round, and he has participated so well. So congratulations and thank you so much, Sudhi, for that. So all the people who are listening to this episode, Sudhi, if they want to connect with you, how can they do that?
So there's obviously my website, www.sudhiharibhat.in, and so they can go there and they can look me up. I do regular webinars, so there's a link on my website to register to the webinar. So it's a free webinar. People can just check out my free webinar. They can come in, meet me and ask me questions, whatever they want to. So go to sudhiharibhat.in, www.sudhiharibhat.in, and I'm there. That's about
awesome. So all the links will be available in the description. You can also check out many other links of his social media handles and do connect with him. I have seen him more active on LinkedIn also. So be there, connect with him and create a better connection. So, Sudhi, since we have come to the end of this particular episode, but before we end, what message you would like to give to our listeners?
The one message that I would like to give to all your listeners, which I do wish I had been given when I was, 25 or thereabouts in my younger days, is find a mentor for yourself. Find a mentor, follow the mentor to the T. Your life will never be the same again. What can happen is you might change mentors as you go along. So your AG school teacher will be different from your 5th standard teacher, 8th standard and college teacher. So you might follow different people at different times in life, but follow one person. Have this one person who you will follow without questioning, and your life will be transformed. That is the biggest message that I would give to all the people.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sudhi, for taking a valuable time and giving lots and lots of information to all of us and all the people who really want to transform their life. He is the right person to connect with. So do connect and do attend his webinar, his very powerful webinar, and has transformed so many people's life. So deep gratitude again, Sudhi, for coming onto this show.
Thank you so much, Maddy. Thanks for having me. Yes.
Awesome. So you have just listened to the Digital Maddy Show with your host, Miithyl. Thank you so much for listening to our show and giving so much love. Don't forget to subscribe to our podcast if you're listening to podcast, and if you're watching on YouTube, just hit the subscribe button so that you can get more updates regularly. So this is Miithyl signing off with Sudhi at the moment. Until next time, meet you soon with another guest and their exciting stories. But until then, keep rocking, stay safe, and don't forget to keep creating content. Ciao.